I remember talking to a friend other day. On the lighter note, I asked him, what happens if Google shuts down for a day? And my friend is like, don't scare me, bro. That is the importance of Google in our life today, whether it is professional or personal. Welcome to Unfold Data Science. My name is Aman and I am a data scientist. In this video, I am going to talk about 5 tricks of Google search, or to say 5 art of Google search, which will help you to reach the right resources quickly. Now, when I talk of data science and artificial intelligence, this is a very niche subject area. The meaning of that is not too many people are searching these topics on web. Hence, it becomes more important for us to search the right keyword in right way so that we can reach to the good resources quickly. Now, talking of some stats of Google, out of 3.5 billion searches every day on Google, 20% of the searches are new every year, which means that 20% of the search terms have never been searched in the past. It is very much applicable to our area of work, as there are so many new things coming in data science and AI. So I'm going to take you to my computer screen and show you what are the tricks that you can use so that you reach to the results in a fast and efficient way. Let's go to my computer. So guys, tip number 1. If I am searching a term here, let's say ridge regression hyperparameter tuning, you see the Google results here. So you will see that ridge regression keyword is present here, hyperparameter optimization keyword is present here. But what if I want to search this entire phrase, right? So if I come here and I give everything in a quote, then I will do the Google search like this, and you will see that the results has only ridge regression hyperparameter tuning, which means this entire phrase is getting searched, right? So that is tip number 1. If you want an entire phrase to be searched in some document, in some research paper, in some links, then it has to go in a phrase like this, and then all the links will have this phrase, as you can see here also. In all the links you will see this complete phrase, and in the first search you will see the broken words as well, which means if ridge regression is there, then also the result will be returned. If hyperparameter is there, then also result might be returned. So this is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is I am going to search here random forest, and let us say decision tree. Okay, random forest decision tree. Now if you see these search results, right, decision trees and random forest both are coming as an output, which means wherever we have decision tree and wherever we have random forest, or both might come as the output. But what if I want to exclude decision tree and I want to include only random forest? So just include a minus sign here, okay, and you see the result now. So what you are saying is there is no decision tree now, there are only random forest. So this is tip number 2 for you. Only random forest if you want to search or you want to exclude some terms, then this is the way you have to search. Also, in some of the algorithms, if you want to search and exclude some of the features of that algorithm, for example, if you search for SVM kernel and you do not want to see gamma kernel, you can say SVM kernels minus gamma, something like that. So this trick is also very useful. I am using it every now and then. This is very useful. Okay. Trick number 3 I want to show you is, talking of SVM, let us say SVM kernel. Okay, and in SVM kernel, if you search here, you can see that many links are opening, right? Dataflare.training, towards data science, scikit-learn, Quora, all these links are opening. But what if I want my search result to give me only Stack Overflow link? I believe this site, I know this site. I want my results to give me only links related to Stack Overflow. Press enter after a colon. What you can see here is the first link is Stack Overflow, the second link is Stack Overflow. In the third link also, if you open this statsexchange.com, then I'm sure there will be this keyword Stack Overflow somewhere here, right? So if I search here, you see here somewhere Stack Overflow keyword is coming. Stack Exchange, there might be somewhere that keyword, that is the reason it is coming here. Okay, see Stack Overflow is here. So what I am coming here to say is, if you want the links to be returned from one particular website, then you have to give that website as part of your column. Okay. The next trick which I want to talk about here is, all of us know this website Kaggle, right? So all of us know that Kaggle is a website for data science competition, data science, lot of data scientists come and solve different problems. But if I want to know what are the other websites related to Kaggle, what are the other websites that are related to Kaggle but not Kaggle, then how you can search that is related : Kaggle.com. So if you search like this, then what will happen is Kaggle.com will not come, but other websites which are related to Kaggle but not Kaggle are coming as a suggestion. For example, R-bloggers, Udacity, NeurIPS. If you see topcoder.com, the Topcoder community is the world's largest network of designers, developers and data scientists. So Topcoder is the website which is similar to your Kaggle website, and this way you can find the related websites, right? So this is how you can search the related website. Another tip I want to give you is, if you want to search, for example, how to train regression model in Python, right? So this is one way in which we can search how to train regression model in Python. But what I will suggest you to do is, do not search like this, okay? If I want to search regression model in Python, just say regression model Python, or you can just say Python regression model. This is a better approach. Python regression model. This is a better approach. It will give you many good links which has this keyword in it, okay? So this is another trick I wanted to give you. Last but not the least, I know many of you are working in Python, so this is a bonus tip I want to give you. For example, I am running a function here, okay, define char frequency. This char frequency is expecting a string as input, but I am knowingly giving an integer here, okay? So this will obviously throw an error. When this throws an error, you can see that many things get printed here, okay? So this this size of this error is small, but sometimes you will see the big size of error, and you will have to scroll down, okay? So what you have to go is, you have to see the last line. I know many of you might be knowing this, but you have to see the last line of that error. That is your actual error. So in this case, my actual error is int object is not iterable. If I know this, fine. If I don't know, I will go and do the Google search, and if I correct it, I will just write here Aman, and this will give me the result, okay? So this is how these 5 + 1 6 tips I wanted to give you. So I hope this video was useful. If yes, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done yet. I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, all of you stay safe and take care.